Sound ferry.
It means
it's a ferry that must go across to another set of islands or another peninsula.
we just there. No car.
Well, yeah, it's probably a car ferry. You drive on and then it takes you over.
No road.
Yeah, there's no road. You have to take a ferry, right? Or the road is too long. That's why.
我在地图上看了，这有条线画起来，不知道是。
Look at this old house here. This has got to be a courthouse. That's an old jail. See, I can tell.
Yeah.
All right.
这个趟最老的监狱 ，Go Go Go。最早的那个market。现在英语也不会说，中文也不会说了。
General store, it's called the general store.
General store.
Yeah.
然后再看看这个对面。1861年到1865年，哇！监狱。好的酒。
Yeah, looks like a real fun place there. Okay.
Don't know what this is.
Okay. Okay.
What's this? 监狱的旁边种了这么美丽的花。走，熬的酒。最早的监狱都这样的吗 ？The town of
Currituck
being the seat
has been the seat of county government. Don't wait.
一个好老的town ，17几年，那时候这个地方就有了。看看这最老的。
Gasoline. Wow, an old gasoline pump.
他看到我们在拍，然后他让他给我们说一说 ，Thank you.
I've got too much mess in there. I keep the current cut off unless I'm using it. We'll have to go around the other side.
Oh, okay. Come on, honey. Around the other side.
Okay.
Yeah, they got something here. My wife's got, I don't know, kids or something about
Wow.
messy in here.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh, is this the Christmas? Oh no, it's just a general store. Okay.
It's a general store.
Okay. Wow. See. So you would come in here.
I'm raised in here.
Wow.
We live next door, and
Here?
yeah.
Yeah, beautiful house, that beautiful porch. Wow.
But a lot of this stuff, you know, like the candy cases and stuff like that. Well, you see, when you tell a young person That
他然后要告诉我们一些事情。
He's gonna show you something.
all right, come here and I'll show you what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Here. You see, this is a money drawer, right?
OK，
I don't know if you ever seen this.
So this is the old cash register.
哇，
And you couldn't get in these sides until this was open.
Right.
You know, of course, the
Cabinet maker.
the old nightgowns, there's some stuff like that.
Wow.
Old white pants, they had the, what, 20s and 30s? And these are ledgers.
Right.
And that's something else people don't understand either. You see what was charged here?
In 1970.
Yeah, this is E.A. Brumsey. He's part of my family, but, you know, grocers, $3.30, 72 cents, 34 cents each. That's probably a potted meat or something.
Right.
Stuff like that, you know. Bread, 41 cents.
Right.
So now in his case, he may go a whole year. Now this guy here, he paid every week.
Right.
And that's about what it costs him a week to eat.
Wow. $10. That's a lot in 1970.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember the prices. Yeah. So the man who paid yearly was probably a farmer.
He was a logger and a farmer.
Right.
James Fairbank's son, they're big farmers, still are today.
Yeah.
You know, they carried stuff for the people over here working and stuff like that. And I don't know, just different one. This was the jailer, Davenport. And they lived across the road, and that's what he carried, you know. And let's see what else. This guy lives around the corner today. He worked at the Ford plant, $28, $29, $45. I don't know what he weren't much there. Most of it, I mean, you can't go to Food Line and come out with any kind of figures like that,
Right.
do you?
That's right.
Currituck County.
Currituck County.
Yeah, they charge like they probably paid but a month, I think. $31, $22. This somewhere up north to $200. It was $250. The whole boat. I don't know what they put on the train or that. But see, you had your bell. So if you're right here in the store, you know.
You hear somebody.
And then nothing. You see the combination. You see, all you got to hear in 1933. I think this was bought used. And, you know, from a sale.
Right. Right.
The worst thing you had, you see this glass in the middle?
Yes.
Yeah, that's a picture of my father there. Was that? And that shows him out there on the sidewalk, and there's a store down there.
Mm-hmm.
But that's kind of
Amazing.
when somebody come up here and put their elbow down
Oh yeah.
because it sold cigarettes on one side and cigars on the other.
Sure.
啊，
Look at all the ducks, the decoys.
Yeah, they're junk decoy, most of them.
Yeah.
I asked some of them, you know, I had a guy come in here from, I think he was from Boston. This, I'll get down in something. And this is where they kept candy and stuff. And this is the keys to get in the store with.
Oh my goodness.
See, you fold it up, put it in your pocket.
I've never seen a skeleton key, a folding skeleton key.
Yeah.
Holy smokes.
I got some locks back there, brand new. In
Wow.
this back room. And these are just pictures from around here. But the showcase that was here, and to show you what was here originally, and I just do remember it. This counter here runs to that back glass back there.
Okay.
This counter went right up here and went up to that post there. This little short counter went across here.
In the back, yeah.
Yeah, and of course the meat case came in. I'll never forget that thing. If you've ever dealt with one of them, you know, the back door slid like that. As a kid. Up until then, I don't know how. We went to Norfolk every week
Yeah.
and bought whatever we needed.
Oh, okay. It was
Yeah.
your truck. Yeah, okay.
And milk too.
Yeah.
It had little crates and stuff. And this store, see, was shut off here. You see the shelves going down there?
Yeah.
If you take them loose, they come right down here.
I'll be darned.
And this was that was added on for farmers for the Cook's Exchange. Even I've been mowing that clock.
Clock.
Was in here
Oh yeah.
when I was a kid, and it was hanging up here on the post. I don't plug it in because I had to put a new clock on it. It's electric. Well, what gets you when you redo something? You almost want to stand there and watch them. Because when I got this clock, I got the old one in there. You see them holes?
Yeah.
Now, why didn't that guy put the old screws back in it? He could have. They weren't that long.
Yeah, right.
But you know, I had a gun redone.
Okay.
And when he come back, he had a brand new screw. It was a flintlock double barrel pistol.
Yeah.
It had a brand new screw in it. And in the handle, it had a slot. And it was supposed to be a ring in it for a lanyard, because you holding a flint loaded pistol, you know, the things weigh about 10, 12, 15 pounds, and that thing goes off. You got to have something to hold on to it. You like that push cart?
All these things in here are all antique, sweetheart. All these things are all very old. Antiques, boxes, the clock. I mean,
That is old. I mean, I'm 76.
Yeah.
And I was in here when I was 5 years old, and I remember that clock. But if I kept the current on, I'd keep it plugged in.
Yeah, this is your market?
Huh?
Yeah, his father owned the store.
Oh.
Yeah. Virginia ice cream.
Yeah, well that sign, nobody knows about that.
Okay.
Because they don't remember it. But we took this floor off. And that was under there.
Oh my goodness.
Well, as a kid, I remember coming in here, and I remember the cups were green and white striped. And I love that ice cream. And that company was on 17 South in Elizabeth City. Of course, they've been gone a long time. And this thing here, I started taking a picture of this. I think Sears sold this. You know, and plus they turned it up on concrete. You don't do that.
Right.
You know, on the end. But in the boxes or stuff, you don't see much anymore.
That's where I'm from.
Oh, okay.
Cranberry, and they also have wild blueberries and blackberries out on that southeastern Massachusetts. You just pull off the road, off the highway, and you'll find them right there. I'm sure they're here too.
Everything came in wooden boxes, even vegetables, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. I'll just
Wonderful.
And I got some stuff in here, you know, like that set of doors. That third house down there was an old store, way before my time.
Yeah.
And I took the doors out because I rented the house and kept them.
Yeah, these are unusual. Wow.
They made a door back then. I don't even like metal doors today, they'll rust out.
Right.
Yeah, here's something. Stuff comes back to me
Oh, look at this.
that I don't even remember this.
Right.
I was commissioner here one time. And this article, some lady sent it to me. It was in the newspaper. She saved it. I remember that dog.
What's this? What time?
1985. It's a news article, but it's about
Where?
this store.
About this store.
You know, I see these bumper stickers that say OBX, but I don't ever.
Outer Banks.
Yeah, but I don't ever remember that acronym being used for this area. Is that?
You see right here. Now that's not a fake. You feel of it. Fiberglass. Old man made them, made the molds. I got the molds for him. He gave me half the molds like that. And now this one is a real one. It was made by Burgess. Now they're high dollar. I mean, they're for $600, $700, $800.
Yeah.
But see, down here for some reason, they didn't. All of them cracked right there because of the way. But they didn't. They covered them with
Wire.
canvas and wire. And that's the Burgess, and you can tell 2 or 3 things. I argue with the collectors over it. See that bill?
Yeah.
It's pegged in there.
And goose. This is a goose, honey.
And they tell you that it hurts the value if you recover them.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the trick to recovering this is to have one. And you see where the seam is?
Mm-hmm.
It's on that side.
Okay.
Recover it like the man covered it when he made it.
Right.
And then I don't think it hurts the value.
Take up the slack now.
Yeah, but they're fairly light. Right.
Yeah.
Ooh. It don't hurt nothing.
Okay, I know. Okay.
See, he actually made up his mind that he was going to. That's the way he made the mold.
Oh yeah.
But they held up good. See that one right there, dude. But anyway, that's kind of, yeah, so I don't know where that comes from. I got stuff right here.
Wow, amazing. E.R. Johnson, Currituck, North Carolina. There's a box that has a stencil on it.
That's interesting. See, my grandmother built it for Ed Johnson. That was her son. I didn't think to ask her, how did she get to be a Johnson? Well, she was married somewhere in Baltimore. Her husband died, and my great-grandfather married her, and she had 2 sons. Ed was one that she built this store for. So, but you think about that, when it's too late, they're gone.
Right.
And that's the cook stove.
Oh，
That's either wood or coal, I guess.
最早的那
Wood,
个
yeah,
I thought
around here in North
I thought it
Carolina.
had an oven in it.
灶
Yeah.
But it don't. I mean, it's an oven that don't have where you put it. But I picked that up. I think I paid the guy $30.
Oh,
for it.
that's great.
But
Yeah.
stove。
Wow.
哦，
Wonderful.
看这最
and
早
I got
的
them
这样
lamps jars. Everybody lamps nailed. And that's a corn shower that come out of the barn. That's what it looks like lit up at night.
Oh wow. We noticed the house on the other side of the ferry entrance was for sale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That guy, I knew that. Well, originally you ever heard of Kelowna Shipyard? They're down here in Norfolk. And when I was growing
My
up,
brother might.
Miss Kelowna come down and stay all summer. I never saw the rest of them much, but she liked it down here. And then Charlie Pointer came along. He worked for Kelowna, and he bought it and tore the house down and built that one. And that house not that old, maybe 20, 25 years old. And then buys it, they better have cash, don't they? Gonna be
1770几年的东西到现在。
What floods is the garage, right? And I told Miss Porter one time,
Yeah. Oh,
this
yeah.
was down
The
here where the
30s.
ferry dock is.
Okay.
There was a dock down there, and this is when they had duck hunting and stuff.
And there's some parts of that old dock left over there, I think. On
Well, it's out
we saw
underwater
something.
now. It's
Yeah.
3 pier heads out there.
Right. Okay. Mm-hmm.
And those 3 pier heads is as close as they could get to shore. And you'll see a beacon out there. That's one there, and there's 2 more down there. And they stuff on flat and carried it out. You see where them old stops are?
Yeah.
That's where the pier heads went. There was 3 of them.
The draft is
Carry them out
deep.
there and then load them on ships.
Right. Wow.
But the Tom Brumsey crowd, Brumsey attorney down here, it was his folks that had that.
Now it's Kelowna NAH or NA,
Huh?
the shipbuilder.
It's what now?
The Kelowna, you said, the shipbuilder.
I enjoyed that, and I was going to use it in a speech to tell them, we had RVs back then. They were just on water. They loved that. They had 2 or 3 beers on them, so they loved that. And I told them, I said, the JP Knapp came here. You see the school around it. 49 and 50.
我在问我老公，给他说，如果他想卖一个东西的时候，我想买，因为他给我们付出了这么长时间。老公说他不会卖的，这是他收藏的，每一个东西都有他的故事。
These are decoys here that I loaned out for dinner. That's the real one there.
让我见识了美国老人的另外一种生活。
And that old stub nose one. Rest of them fake.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. And I don't know how many bottles of this mess. Sweet oil and stuff like that. Had boric acid.
Oh yeah. Yep.
But you don't see that stuff anymore much. And
Oh my
a set of
goodness.
scales.
Yeah.
And this is before they had pills.
Mm-hmm.
So you had to measure the powder right. You set that thing up in here. And that was patented in 1895.
You know what I miss is remember
Sulfur, flowers of sulfur.
Yep.
他把他的宝贝都拿来秀一下，展示一下。
Yeah. Scissor sharpener. That's amazing. Yes.
I'll show you these toys back.
Okay. He's gonna show.
And it stood out in the sand pile for 10 years. But it, you know, see, the manufacturer after World War II
是一个
made
小拖
stuff
拉机。
exactly like they had, and that didn't last long because plastics came in. But and stuff like this, you remember?
Oh yeah.
This
Look
stuff.
at that with the chain on it.
Yeah, I got the chain over the house and haven't brought it over here, and I picked this up at the estate sale, and there's a Tonka truck.
There was a company called Pearpoint Glass in Massachusetts, and they used to make all different types of colored glass and everything, and she had those. So she didn't have these, but
It got all this stuff. When I was growing up,
这
I
就
thought
是一个
this.
老老的博物
I
馆。
often wondered how anybody could cut the bottom of it with a flower vase. It worked. That thing comes up and that sets on it, and it's a chandelier.
does it have a casting mark?
It's like a museum.
It is. That's essentially what it is, honey. It's a museum.
You know, you had good intentions, and I don't know what I did with. Oh yeah, here it is.
What?
I'm going to build a model of this store,
Oh, okay.
and I bought this because it had all the stuff in it, and I was going to put it in the store.
Yeah.
In the shelves, but I had never built a store. So
Put your name on it.
I didn't get enough money to put a building back, so I closed that in and made a workshop. And this back room here was
他还要给我们看一件，这一件，哇，
They might open it
这是他的
in
工
here,
具
but if
房。
they roll it off in that 2x10, it's going through the floor.
Oh yeah.
But
Oh, I've seen safes like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this is my junkyard back here.
哇，
Workshop, junkyard. Look at all the keys. Yeah. When I was a boy, I used to like to take apart all the skeleton lock keys.
Oh yeah.
That was
Wow.
what I used to like to do.
Radio.
这老老的音箱，现在他让他一直在工作。
We used to be able to get analog stations for
老老的收音
keep
机。
time.
Yeah.
Not anymore though, I don't think. It's all
But this is what I closed in back here, and this is going to give me a problem.
oh yeah.
But it was just a loading
Oh,
dock,
这边
so
还
I
有一
just closed
间。
in the wall.
哇哦，
Oh, because you've already.
It was already here.
Yes.
So I went to a guy that sold seafood.
Right. You go on the national
这是他的一个加工厂。哇，我好像看到美国电影一样的
Maybe you can work with the
小的船。
and they can have the code, you know, the engineer
It's a little
say
bit for the
that you've worked, you know, you're past the point of no return, cost wise, you know.
My
看看这
wife
些
is worse than that.
Okay.
She is on the historical board for the state of North Carolina.
Oh, so she should have known better.
Well, but the problem is she's got to excuse herself when this comes up.
这个就是真正的美国人，
Yeah.
然后他们的生活。
That's right.
你看以前的时候，
I
所有
saw
的
it was a house in
加工的
that Union Troops
钻的
occupied. And
这
they
里
had it carved their initials in there and everything. It was on the National Register, and a big developer in the area
太
bought
神
this
奇了
home and built a barn right next to it. But it was too close to the house. So if somebody had a nice piece of property, they were going to put the barn. So it was not.
我们经常看到美国电影里面车库，然后就是一个工作间。
At least some people think.
这地方太好太好，老老的院子。
Originally made by the man.
So what are yours?
Probably 30s.
This thing was made, so it would have been 1950s.
50s. Okay.
1950.
53, 1953.
1950s.
Yeah.
But I wanted to fix it, and that will probably eventually go in that museum.
Oh, sure.
But the stuff they do to these things, see, nobody does anymore. You see how this gun was cut?
Yes.
Well, they're cut like that on purpose. They had plenty of lumber.
Yeah, right.
Now they want to cut them right straight off.
Right.
Well, that thing's made so if you bump something, Cookie Company, when they first went to cardboard boxes,
Okay.
penny cookies would come in a box. You tore the top off,
And then put that on it.
and
Okay.
yeah, this was the lid.
There you go. Keep them fresh.
我们要走了，老人还要再给我们看最后一样东西。
That box.
谢谢老人带我们参观了他的博物馆，我们也要启程。祝愿他的生活越来越好。Thank you 。
It's gonna be hot today.
It is. Thank you. So that's Mr. Snowden's house
啊，
here.
老人和他这老老的 house， 我这辈子是忘不了了。
Y'all have a good day.
You too. Enjoy this beautiful day.
Barbara's got to tell you something about the jail.
老人又开始去除草了，开着他的机器。